First things first, I want to apologize for there not being a live stream today. I've been fucking around with the Google Hangout feature for the last 2 hours trying to get it to work, and it's utterly refusing to. It keeps telling me that there's no connection to be made. It's just a lot of connectivity issues. So eventually I just said, fuck it, we'll do it next week. So as a consolation, a rant. And what is today's rant about? Well, it's about this page I discovered through a friend on Facebook called Workers Youth United. It doesn't have a lot of likes. It's a measly 472 likes. But upon clicking on the page and reading what it was about, I had a huge problem with it. Because, essentially, its mission is impossible. Because it cannot work. And what is its mission? It's a bunch of teenagers who seem to think that communism and Marxism will somehow benefit this country. Now, personally, I've always felt that a tiny bit of socialism may help this country through its current economic plight. A tiny bit. But even at that point, it's still kind of outlandish. But communism? Marxism? Really? Let me lay it out to you people why that's stupid. You cannot sustain a government that's based on the principle of giving you every single amenity you will ever need for the rest of your life, so long as you work forever to continue keeping the right to gain those amenities. You work forever to earn everything you have, and then what? You live in total inequity. A government that has to provide you a house, a car, health care, education, public sanitation, public maintenance, your TV, your entertainment, everything like that is unsustainable. You want a good example of how this can fail? Poland. Now, this is not a slam on Polish people, but as a country, socioeconomically, Poland has been a fucking shithole for decades, thanks to communism. Marxism does not fucking work. Karl Marx died a penniless beggar in the street. Sheerly ironic, I'm sure. No, it's because his ideals do not fucking work. You cannot sit there and think that by having a government that has to waste billions and billions of dollars, actually it would be, our national deficit would be in the hundreds of trillions if we did this. It doesn't work. You can't sit there and have it give you all these things and then give you a decent wage at the end of the day. You'd be working for nearly no fucking pay because it wouldn't have the money to pay you, because all of the money would be going to all of your amenities that it's giving you the right to keep so long as you work. Your mission is to decrease the amount of hard labor that's actually done in this country as far as manual labor is concerned, when you're actually going about trying to infinitely increase it for yourselves, which I just think is silly. If you look at the comments that are posted to this page, by looking at the thing that's posted to its wall, I mean, if you look at the comments that aren't posted by people that clearly like and support the page, you will see right away how this idea fails. Because even the most layman on the issue can point out that this is a huge issue. Capitalism sucks. The rich will always eat the fucking poor. And people like you are still incapable of realizing that the rich do pay taxes. They also pay an enormous amount of taxes. It's simply because I guess high schools do not teach economics in school anymore. And none of these people have an idea of how taxes are divvied up among the different fucking economic classes in this country. Poor people don't have a lot of expenses. Therefore, they don't really pay a lot of taxes. Middle classes are pretty average. Upper middle class, it gets a little more pricey. Rich people fucking spend their money on gauche amounts of insane shit they don't even need. Therefore, they pay a fuck ton of taxes. And I think they should be taxed higher anyway. Especially if they're these fucking elite class of people in the country that live off what I call legacy wealth. Money someone else made, and it was an immense amount of money. People that are descendants of the former business barons of the industrial age. People like in the Ford family, the kids of the people who own the Coca-Cola company, people that live off billions of dollars of money they didn't earn and sit on their ass and waste it. I think they need to be taxed very high personally so that money can be put back into the economy for something fucking useful, not their third goddamn Ferrari. Or if they're one of those people, I guess it would be their 30th fucking Ferrari. For people that are celebrities and stuff, they need to be taxed high too, because it comes to a deal of fairness. Now, I understand where, philosophically you'd come to an issue with how capitalism seems to completely ignore these issues. But when you sit there and you make diatribe comment after diatribe comment, sometimes 5 in a row to someone who's just pointing out how your movement is bullshit, then it just shows me that you have no idea what you're fucking talking about. And even a stupid fuck like me can point out the flaw in your seriously fucked up logic. Anyway, I hope that was a sufficient consolation of a rant to cover for today's lack of a live stream. We will be back next week. I'm going to see if I can wrangle a couple of guests in, or at least a couple of co-hosts, because I do want to make it a regular thing. I'm also trying to figure out if I can do music interludes or whatever, like in my previous podcast, because I'm still learning how to work this fucking thing. But hopefully we will be back online next week, and it will decide to not be a complete piece of shit and actually work for me. So until then, I'm some guy on the internet. So are you. Until next time, take it easy.